Hey, what's up everyone? It's Jason24CF for EventHubs.com and RG Gaming, bringing to you a new episode in our video series of product reviews for your gaming needs. In my last episode, I reviewed Sound Blaster's Omega Wireless with the Recon 3D sound card. And Sound Blaster was nice enough to send me another product. And that is the Sound Blaster EVO ZxRs. Now, you may have seen these headsets as a Filipino champ wore them prior to his release from Sound Blaster, and also there's a few advertisements that have Mike Ross wearing these headsets. I was grateful that Sound Blaster sent me these headsets because these headsets boast a lot of features that I'm really interested in showcasing and testing out, and to see, if it's definitely an item that you, the gamer, may want to purchase. So let's get through some of the features at the moment. One, they could connect to your mobile devices by Bluetooth or NFC. They could connect to your laptop, as well as your sound card for your PC. And as well as looks like an adapter that connects to airplanes and such. But also the most important question is, will these work for your gaming products? Now, I would say these headsets are more generated and focused for more general use. But with Sound Blaster having such a great long history of producing great sound products for gaming needs, this is definitely going to be a test that I'm going to enjoy. And again, like the Recon and the Omega Wireless, I'm going to test them across multiple audio sources. I'm going to test them on gaming, movies, music, on the PC, and also, most importantly, on the road, because again, you could use these with your mobile devices. I believe they also feature active noise canceling. So I'm definitely going to do a test to see, how well the active noise canceling works on these headsets. Living in New York, I have a few ideas of where I want to test it to see how well the active noise canceling is going to work, see if it cancels it out, and then, what other tests that I could pop up and that may pop up in my head as I'm, going through my testing stages. But again, so I'm going to get to the unboxing, show you what's featured inside, run the few tests, show you some clips of those tests, and then at the end, finish it off and let you know if these are a product that you should purchase or you should skip and wait until, Sound Blaster upgrades it. I have to say again, thank you to Sound Blaster for sending me those two headsets. So again, let's get to the unboxing, show you what's featured inside, and I'm just going to have a blast with this test. Hey, here we are with the Sound Blaster EVO ZxR unboxing. I'm now recording this audio with the headsets themselves connected directly to my Mac. It says here it's compatible with iPod, iPhone, iPad, Android, PC, Mac, HD audio, ACC, some pictures here on the side of the box showing you the headsets themselves. We have here SB8XX1 sound processing, Crystal Voice, SPX Surround, SPX Bass. Let's see here, we have pictures illustrating what the headsets connect with. On the side here, it's giving you an example of what the app would look like. So if you take your phones, scan that barcode, you could download the app. So let me pan back here, get the focus, and get to the unboxing. Let's open this up, and instantly get a nice carrying case with the Sound Blaster logo on it. Let's move the box to the side, open it up, a Velcro strap, and the headsets are tucked away nice and neatly inside. There's two clear plastic tapes on the side of the headsets. We have here the cushion ear cups, also like a red type material over the drivers. There's the cushion cups with stitching. It's a nice stitching, feels rather decent. There's the two microphones for talk-through function. Let's see. You can press on the button here, and that would play the track, pause the track, or answer the call. Active noise canceling, talk-through function. That's to power up the device or turn on the SPX processing. NFCs for the near-field communication for your Android devices, track left and right, volume up and down. Your 3.5 millimeter jack to use with the iPod or any other device that has a 3.5 millimeter. The opposite side is another microphone for the active noise canceling. The top band is a nice flexible material. Doesn't seem like it would break rather easily. It has a good bend to it. Here's the adjustable sides of each ear cup. Very sturdy. It's very firm when you have to remove it or click it back into place. A nice swivel there, as you can see, gives you a nice rotation of the headsets so they could rest comfortably on your ear. All right, show you the headsets, and now let's show you what else is also included inside the box. We have another box within the box. Let's open up this top panel, and we have cables. Let's slide everything else out. So something else. Yeah, it looks like it's instructions. Put this to the side. Yep, so there are the Sound Blaster EVO ZxR instructions, user manual, oh well, whatever. It's pretty self-explanatory. I assume the headsets. This looks like here is a wall adapter to plug into a outlet. There's another piece that connects to it. Yep, this here is the prong that would connect into the wall outlet. Let's open it up and see how we would connect this. I should just rip the package open, but I'm so finicky. I just decided I want to do things nicely. All right, it looks like here it has an insert and a twist, and it will lock into place. Let's make sure. Yep, there you go. It locks into place. All right. Okay, here are your 3.5 millimeter TRRS headphone cables included. Now, what the TRRS does is it allows you to have audio with left and right, as well as the microphone function. Here's your PC connection with the headsets. Now, let's zoom in here so I can show you on each connection point of the headsets. It will show you a headset as well as a microphone logo or symbol, so you can know exactly how you can connect it to your PC. There you can see the headphone and the microphone. Here's the female end of it where you connect your 3.5 millimeter jack, and then from there you can then connect it to your PC, so you can have audio as well as microphone functions with the headsets either on your PC and Mac. Let's zoom back here. Let's focus out, and we have here your USB cable. I'm assuming there's two ways you could use this. You can connect it to the wall adapter here for charging, as you can see here, and a micro USB cable. Let's see here. No, wait. Okay, that's the wrong way. Let's flip it over. All right, we got. No, we didn't. Okay. I'm used to Apple devices, so bear with me. All right, sits firmly into place. Have to give it a little force to remove it, but that's pretty cool there. And here's the case. Give you a quick, example of the case. On the back itself, there's a zipper compartment. From there, you can store away the cables, any other, smaller items that you can put inside. There's a divider in between the case itself, so each ear cup rests firmly in place. It's a nice felt material, very nice and soft. Velcro to keep the case closed. Sound Blaster logo on the front. All right, not bad. There you go, the Sound Blaster EVO ZxRs. Okay, now with the EVO Sound Blaster ZxR headsets, there's multiple ways I say you could connect this to your Xbox One, your Xbox 360, as well as also your TV setup. But first we'll start off with the Xbox One. Now, one of the primary ways you could do this is you could connect the Xbox One controller via the adapter into the headsets themselves, and you'll get stereo sound, as well as you'll be able to use the mic function with the EVO headsets on the Xbox One controller. Or the second way you could go about it is you can remove the wire from the controller and then connect it to the Recon 3D. Now, the Recon 3D is a separate item, but again, it works perfectly for multiple digital output signals. And this right here, I say, is the best way to connect it to the Xbox One, because you'll get full digital sound into the headsets. And also, the Xbox One controller with the adapter has a limiter as to how loud you could raise the volume, where the Recon 3D has much stronger sound levels, as I explained in the prior video for the Recon 3D and Omega Wireless review, that it's a far better item to use as opposed to whatever peripheral devices that the controller may have and such. So, but unfortunately with this setup, you're not able to use the microphone functions. There is an additional cable that I was looking for online, but by the time I placed that order, it then went into back order, and I have yet to receive it, so I still had to go ahead and complete this video. So maybe when I get that cable, I'll put something in the description in the video letting you know if the mic function does work with this setup right here for the Xbox One. Now with the connection with the Xbox 360 with the EVO Sound Blasters. Again, it would connect with the EVO with the Sound Blaster Recon 3D through the optical out into the Xbox 360, and then from there with the 3.5mm jack, you connect it into your EVO Sound Blaster headsets. From there, you'll get the full spectrum sound of Dolby Digital through the Xbox 360. Now, unfortunately, again, kind of like with the Xbox One, due to the TRRS function for the EVO headsets, you won't be able to use an additional cable to connect to the bottom of the Xbox 360 controller to have the chat function. So you will be losing some chat function with the EVO headsets. Again, I was searching for additional cables or splitters or different connecting wires, so I could then attach that to the Xbox 360 controller so I could have the chat functions, but unfortunately those wires didn't come in time, so I wasn't able to test it. So you will be losing some chat function, but you will get the full spectrum sound with the Recon 3D into the EVO Sound Blasters. Will you be able to connect this, the EVO Sound Blasters, to Xbox 360 on its own? Unfortunately, you won't be able to. The connection is either by USB or through a 3.5mm headphone jack. That's the only ways that you could connect the EVO headsets to any audio source. The best way to go about it is if you have the Recon 3D or an other, I would say, external sound card that connects to the console, and then from there it sends the audio out through a 3.5mm jack. So that's a bit of a downside, I would say, with the EVO ZxRs with the Xbox 360. But again, we're now making the progress and we're moving forward to next gen consoles, so it may not be that much of a bad thing. But unfortunately, if you still enjoy current gen systems and the chat function, that's something you won't be able to use. But still, you're going to get awesome sound from these headsets with the Recon 3D on both consoles, as well as the PS3 and PS4. Alright, here I am at one of the loudest train stations there is at 42nd Street Grand Central Station, and this is a good test to see if the EVO Sound Blaster ZxR active noise canceling can live up to, you know, the active noise canceling feature. So right around this bang, train comes through roaring here. I mean, the decibel level is off the chart. So let's see how good it, you know, the active noise canceling performs. I just turned off the active noise canceling and I could barely hear anything. I turned it back on. Things got a bit softer. Everything's not definitely canceled out because, again, it's extremely loud directly behind us. But so far, the active noise canceling are performing very well. So I have to say I am impressed with the active noise canceling. So I'm going to get on to the next test. Alright, so I decided to go with a different route of this test. Instead of sitting out on the train platform where, of course, the decibel level is far more extreme than it is, you know, here inside the train car, I have the active noise canceling on to see, you know, how well the active noise canceling performs inside the train car itself. And definitely things are a bit softer once you're inside the train itself. The train insulates, you know, a lot of the sound that would potentially harm your ears, and with the active noise canceling on, it's definitely much softer than when compared out to on the train platform. So far, they're doing an adequate job, I have to say. I'm impressed with them. Alright, here's one of the other tests I have with the Sound Blaster's EVO headsets. As you can see here, the weather is very bad in New York. It is snowing. So I'm testing out the headsets to see how they hold up to the weather. You know, there's a couple buttons and knobs on here, so and will prevent any type of water or moisture getting in and damaging the headset, so to say. But I mean, this is a good idea for a test here. Again, I mean, look at the snow; it's just sweeping all over the place. The headsets, you know, as you can see, there's a speaker there for the talk-through function as well as for the noise canceling. So maybe it may get damaged by possible water or snow in this effect. Again, this, you know, you won't be using the headphones, so to say, out in like terrible weather. Most likely you have an umbrella and stuff, but sometimes you can get caught out there where you don't have an umbrella and such, and you end up getting caught in the rain, or in this instance, the snow. And as you can see, you know, my hat's starting to get covered with snow, as well as the headsets. So in about a few hours, I'll test them out and see if they're still working or the functions works properly. Then maybe, you know, we'll know have a better, well, we'll have a better idea if the headsets perform better in climate weather like this. Alright, so getting nice and warm from that heavy snowfall, but let me get back to the testing and show you the two areas that I'm concerned with the most with the EVO headsets, and that's those two microphones located on the right ear cup as well as these buttons. I feel these buttons and the location of the microphone may be an issue when it comes to heavy rain or in this case snow. Where on the left ear there's really no buttons and knobs that are exposed, it's just the hinge that connects that top part to the ear cup that just rotates left and right. I do believe there's another microphone. There it is right there. That's for the active noise canceling. So unless rain is coming down horizontally, I don't see that microphone really getting damaged due to any water unless you drop the headsets in water. But again, I don't see that happening. But again, let me get to the right ear cup here. These buttons and knobs I feel may become an issue if you get caught out in heavy rain or snowfall. So I feel if you get caught out in heavy rain, definitely take these headsets off, place them in a bag, and save it so those two microphones there do not get exposed to heavy rain. Alright, so I already have the app on my cell phone. Let's open it up. It's now pairing with the headsets as I connected them via Bluetooth. And let's see what options we get here. We have your XBX profile, crystal voice profile, battery life, and settings. Now let me give you a quick brief run through of what each option does. For the SBX, you get three options for depending on what you're doing for your mobile device. So if you listen to music, you can click on music, again for movies and gaming. So when you click on music, again, it opens up a new option. So you have surround. So here you could change the surround sound levels for the music that you're listening to. The crystallizer, you could bump that up if you like to hear vocals that sound a little more sharper. And for bass, if you're bass heavy, you could raise the bass. But I say the better option would be to go with the EQ itself. From here, you could change the EQ settings depending on how you like to listen to your music. Or my profile settings for my EQ equalization for my music. And from here, I don't have to raise the headphones that loud because I've raised most of the levels that I enjoy to listening to the music. So the lower ends I have raised up. The mid-tones I have, of course, in the mid, and then the high frequencies like snares, hi-hats, and vocals I raised up. So from there I get a nice loud volume that's coming through the headsets, and then from there I don't have to raise the overall volume on the headsets. Same goes for, again, for other options that you choose. So now let's go to movies, and then from there automatically has the surround sound boosted up, almost to about 100%, because again with movies there's a lot of mixing taking place in it. There's a lot of stuff that's taking place in the background. Or again, you could customize it as well, depending on how you would like to listen to it. And then again, the same goes for gaming. I say that is a great feature for the headsets. I say this feature alone makes the headset sound better than any other headsets that I currently own. And currently I own about 13 headsets. And with this app itself, paired up with the headsets, it offers the best audio quality that I've heard, because again, I could fully customize the sound to the way I enjoy the most. So let's get back to again the equalization. This right here, let's get the focus locked in. Alright, having this feature right here I say is key, because again every song is mixed differently from the sound engineers. So again, being able to customize it to your needs and your preference is a huge plus. So I mean, definitely if you do pick up these headsets, download this app immediately. It's free. You just scan the barcode on top of the device on the box itself, and then from there it just automatically shoots you to the app, and then you have it on your mobile device. Again, it's available for iOS as well as Android. And then from there you have players. So it also has a feature where you could play the music directly, your music library from the app itself. It has an alarm clock, and then resources. I guess it just gives you updates and such. You have here a Sound Blaster EXX, the EVO series, frequently asked questions, and visit soundblaster.com. So that's a nice, feature built into the app. If there's any things that you may come across, just click on resources, and then from there it'll further guide you to where you're trying to head to. But again, so as I wrap up this video review of Sound Blaster's EVO ZxR headsets, my video reviews tend to be longer than 15 minutes because I tend to make them mini tutorial as well. So if you decide to purchase that item off of my videos, at least you have a better understanding how that item's going to work. So as soon as you get home, you're able to use that device quickly and enjoy it, as soon as you can. So with that said, let's get to the pros and cons of the headsets. The headsets offer amazing sound quality when paired to the app for the mobile devices. If you don't use the app, they can still connect via the 3.5mm jack, or they can still connect via Bluetooth and NFC. But if you keep the SBX function turned off, it gives more of a flat response, similar to what studio headsets are. Certain sounds are not higher than others. It's, you know, just a flat audio frequency. Things you know, won't be too bassy. The highs won't be too high. Everything again will be on a level plane. So, you know, that's a good feature. But when you have it paired to the app, you could set up the audio signals however you enjoy most. As you saw there with my equalization, I set it up, and then from there they provide me the best audio sound that I've heard on any of my headsets, and I own quite a few. Also, when it comes to gaming, it produces a great audio sound. You know, Sound Blast is known for their sound cards, and you know, they've sponsored before a fighting game team, as well as now they sponsor, you know, first-person shooters. So they know exactly when it comes to gaming. They do an amazing job. So with gaming, they sound great. When it comes to movies, again, exceptional. I can't say anything negative when it comes to sound of the headsets. So when it comes to audio quality, Sound Blaster's EVO ZxRs, I say, are above any other headsets that I use gaming-wise. Other pros with the headsets, you know, 8 hours battery life when you use the Bluetooth function is great, but if you turn off the SBX function, you get about 10 hours battery life. The reason for the 2-hour loss there is because with the processing that's taking place in the headphones, it tends to burn the battery a little quicker. But again, if the battery tends to die on you, you can use your 3.5mm jack and you can still use the headsets. The comfort level on these headsets are amazing. The ear cups are over ear and not on ear, so therefore, you know, if you have ears that pop out like me, the headsets won't push down on your ear and you won't get ear fatigue. Or if you're taking long trips and such, subway rides like how I do every day to work, or if you're traveling to tournaments, with the headsets being over ear, they rest comfortably over ear. From there, all the sounds directly go channels in through your ear tunnels, and then from there it gives you, again, great audio quality. The headsets are very durable. They have a very nice look to it, good feel to it. They're very sturdy. I know I read somewhere on some page or some customer complained that the headsets broke on him at the hinges, and I haven't had that issue. I've used the headsets over a month, so I'm assuming the guy was just a brute and just kept stretching the headsets to put them on instead of just sliding them on comfortably. Maybe that's why they broke on him. I haven't had any issues with the headsets breaking on me whatsoever. As you saw, I used the headsets in the climate weather with New York and this crazy winter that we had. I mean, we had snowstorms almost every day, but the headsets stood up to it, and then from there they weren't damaged. The microphone function, most of the audio that's in this video was recorded with the headsets directly via the Mac. So from there you got an idea how the microphone quality was produced. Now it's time for the cons of the headsets. With that said, if you're a current gen user, I hate to say it, but these headsets may not be for you if you don't own a Recon 3D or a mix amp, because you're going to be limited of the way you could connect the headsets to your gaming console. If you don't have a home theater system or LCD TV that has an auxiliary out, you probably won't be able to use these headsets at all with your current gen systems like the Xbox 360 or the PS3. Well, you'll be able to use them for the PS3, but only via Bluetooth, and that's only the chat function. You won't get no game audio with the headsets. Now, if you're using it for the current gen systems, you could connect them via the controller through the 3.5mm jack, and then from there you get the stereo sound through the headsets. And you know, with gaming consoles now pushing towards next gen, maybe I can understand why it was done that way, but it is kind of disappointing that if you don't own the Recon 3D or a mix amp, you won't be able to use these headsets with your current gen systems. Another thing that I felt took away from these headsets is the SBX function. I think that's a great tool to have for these headsets to really optimize the sound quality for these headsets. Only being able to use that SBX function on your mobile device or on your computer and not for your gaming consoles, I feel it's definitely a letdown, because being able to fully customize the levels to your pleasure is something that I feel would definitely push these headsets above and beyond any other gaming headsets. I mean, again, they do produce great quality sound, you know, without the SBX function, but being able to fully customize it, it was a great feature. And being able to use that again with mobile devices, and then also using it on the Mac, which I did not include in the video, because then now that would make the video probably turn out to be about half hour long. Being able to have that full customization of all the audio frequencies would have been awesome. So at least I know with the headsets themselves, they can be updated. You know, so maybe there may be a firmware update that will allow you to from there set a SPX program level, and then from there it'll save it into the headset. So if you do connect it to your console, you'll be able to have a preset setting for the headsets that will work with the console. But if that's something that's not in the works, I would say that is a letdown. You know, again, with the SPX function, superior headsets. With it off, it gives off a flat frequency, and the sound levels may not be up to what other headsets may have at the moment. So again, it's tough for me to say if this is a must buy or not. I honestly don't want to be biased with it. I love them. They're my favorite headsets, but I can't say if this is something that you have to definitely go out and purchase. It pains me to say it because, again, I really enjoy these headsets. But if, you know, you're able to do all the things that I was able to, you know, show and explain in the video, then go out and purchase it. You could check out Sound Blaster's link in the description down below, as well as the product page for the headsets themselves. You could purchase it directly via this video. No proceeds go to me. You know, it's completely independent. From there, you could also follow them on Twitter. That link is going to be in the description down below. You know, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel, because I plan to bring you more video reviews in the near future. You know, I thank you for your time. You know, this is I'm shocked. This is the one time where I haven't had a firm, you know, solid opinion to say, hey, definitely buy or definitely pass it. I mean, I'm in the middle. You know, it fits for me, but it may not fit for you. So again, if you went through this video and if you know, you're able to do all the things that I was able to do in this video, like I said, it could be for you. If you're not, then maybe I would say go with the Sound Blaster's Recon 3D with the Omega Wireless. That would probably be a better option for you. But again, who knows what's going to happen in the next few months with next gen systems. So with that said, I thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Subscribe, like the video. We out.